Welcome everyone, welcome to Plant a Garden TV. How you all doing today? All right, so you guys see the topic is how to program seed. So we're going to show you guys in a few minutes how we program seeds to get great production. Hey, what's up guys? What's up? How you all doing on this beautiful day? What's going on, guys? What's going on? Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Today is a very important topic. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Hey Lily, what's up? How you doing? Come on guys, tap that like button, guys. Support the channel, guys. Support the channel. Over here we give real information, guys. Support the channel by hitting that like button. We appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so today we're gonna be focusing on programming seed. All right, thank you, Lily. All right, blessings, blessings. All right, so let's do this, guys. Now, seeds. This is the core of gardening. This is the core of plants. And this goes to what I'm sharing with you today, it goes to any type of seed. It doesn't matter whether it's pepper, it doesn't matter whether it's okra, it doesn't matter whatever it is. This is important. So we're gonna go through a few steps of exactly how to program seed for great result. All right, so let's start. Now, when you programming seeds, when you set in your seeds, when you're getting ready to sow seeds, I know now is a pretty early stage. I know now you're not ready to sow your seed, but this information is valuable for anyone who getting ready to grow their seed. Hey Dolores, how you doing? This information is valuable for anyone who getting ready to sow their seeds. We in the heart of the winter, right at this moment, we in the heart of the winter, and we getting ready to sow our seed. And a lot of people tell you, oh, you got to buy this and you got to buy this type of things to grow your seeds. Let me see. I have to. All right, Lily, blessings. All right, hi from from Indonesia. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. All right. So this type of information is valuable for everyone. So let's do this, guys. Let me put the camera like this. Let's do this. Seeds is very important, guys. One, the essence of gardening is the soil and the seed. Why we believe. Thank you, Mark. How you doing? God, thank you. Appreciate it. Yes. Why we choose to program seed, and does it work? Yes, it works amazing. It works amazing. Now, how do we get, especially when you're dealing with cold weather, when you're dealing with winter, cold weather, it's challenging for these people because the growing season is pretty short. Blessing Suki, all right. The growing season is pretty short, so you want to able to get your plants to produce in a time that they can give you great production within that garden season. So why programming seed is good? Because it gives you faster growth and it gives you better growth. It gives you better production. All right? Now, let me explain something to you. If now these are pepper seed and I'm getting ready to sow my pepper seed in a couple months. So where do I find my seed? Where is the best place for you to find your soil? These are my seeds that I grow that I'm going to be using, but where should you go? Where should you choose? Where should you go and buy soil? Should you go and buy soil, or should you go in your garden and choose an area where should you get your soil to sow your seed? I personally will not go and buy any soil to sow seed. I'm going to give you, this is very important information I'm giving you today, and I want you guys to try it and see how it works for you. So programming seed, we call it programming seed, and let me explain something to you. When you sow your seed, whatever you sow your seed into, when you transplant it, it's supposed to be the same or better. All right? It should be the same or better. It cannot be worse. When you transplant your seedling is supposed to be in the same soil or richer soil. It cannot be worse. Anyhow, you transplant it in worse, you're reversing the process of the growth. Because remember, when you sow the seed into the soil and the seed germinate, there's a root comes out and start pushing itself into the soil, looking for that nutrients to feed the plant. So my goal is, what I do, I keep my seedlings in I don't give them too much water. I want them able to strive from less water. The goal is to keep them growing, to keep them alive. That's your goal is when you deal with seedlings from indoors. These are people who deal with winter, who have to sow their seeds indoors. So all you're doing is trying to keep them alive indoors. Where we find our soil. So let me explain to you. Well, let me explain to you where. It's not allowing me to turn the camera. But now, okay. Where do you find your soil? Where do you go and look for your soil? So now, you notice in your garden, okay, now, then you have to figure out where am I going and plant my peppers. This is the first thing you want to do. You come out in your garden and you look around and you see where the sun shines the most. So now you decide you're going to plant your peppers here and you're going to plant your cabbage over there. So wherever, if you notice, these are my bell pepper them from the winter dries them down. All right. So this is the area where I grow my peppers. We also have hot peppers down there. So this is the area where I grow my peppers. Where should you go and get the seed for you to sow your seed? Should you go to the store or should you go in your garden and get your soil? So let me show you what I'm going to do here, guys. Let me explain to you. Now, what we do, we come in our garden, the same area where we growing our peppers, because we're going to set pepper seed. And what we do, we come in the same area where we're going and grow our pepper. This is where we come in, the same area. The same area where you growing your peppers, that's where you come and you search for the soil. All right? Because guess what? When you sow them in this soil, they're going to get used to this type of soil. So when you transplant them into the soil, they're already used to it. So what they're going to do, they're going to just start growing and start growing beautiful. All right, so where we do, we come right where we come in, right where we grow our peppers, and we find the soil. Because guess what? It's right here we go in and plant back our pepper. So this is how you program the seedlings into loving these type of soil. So when you bring them out and you transplant them, they already used to this soil already. So what they do, they just start growing. So now what we do, we take this container and we come over here. This is the soil that we're going to use to sow our seed. And guess what? This is the same soil we're going to transplant them into. That's the best thing you can do. Now, you cannot move them from rich soil and put them in poor soil. You're actually going to be reversing the process. Moving them from rich soil going to reverse the process. So now if you move them, if you use the soil from here, and you know the soil over here is rich, make sure when you transplant them, you plant them back in that rich area. If you take them in a poor area, the plants gonna struggle because it's not used to poor soil. So what we do, we just take these and this is how we set seed. We don't really put them in one container. We just throw them down like that. And just cover them. Now, when these seeds germinate, what we're gonna do, we're gonna wet, while we throw the soil, we're gonna get some water. Let me get some water and show you guys. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to get some water and we're going to wet them. Okay. We're going to wet them, and now we wet them. You put them in a in your garage or indoors. Maybe if you have a grow light, maybe you could put the grow light over it. You could put it in your kitchen. You could put it on your refrigerator because it needs a certain temperature for these seedlings to germinate. Now, after these seedlings germinate, what you do, you wet them. You hardly wet them. You wet them maybe once a week, and then you just leave them, and while they're growing, you just keep adding a little soil around their root. Now, these seedlings already programmed to this type of soil, which is that soil right over there. That's the soil they already programmed to. So when you use the same soil and sow them in that soil, they get used to this soil already. So when you take them up now and you come out and you plant them in the soil, they will start growing because they already adapt to this type of soil. So the best soil for you to use is the soil directly where you go in and plant them. You take the soil from exactly where you go in and plant them, and you sow the seed into that soil. So when you bring them out into the spring and you plant them, they're already accustomed to that soil. That's how you get great production, guys. That's how you get great production. You know, in this garden, we grow pepper tree 9 feet tall in 5 months. We get our plants to grow 9 feet tall in 5 months. All right? So programming seed is one of the best thing. You get better growth. Your production, you get better production. It doesn't matter what type of seed it is. Any type of seed. If you go in and plant cabbage in this area, where do you go and get your soil? If you go in and plant cabbage, where do you go and get your soil? You come right here, where you go in and plant your cabbage, and you get your soil from here. And then what you do? You set the seed into that soil. So it will get used to it and accustomed to it. So as soon as you transplant them, you move them from indoors and plant them in the area. That's how you get fast growth. That's how you get greater production. So programming seed is a great thing to do from my experience. All right? Now, we're planning on planting okra in this area here. So where would we get our soil to sow our okra seed? We come in right here and take up the soil, put it in a container, and sow our seeds into the soil. And when we do that, when the seedling comes up, they're ready for the soil because they already used to the soil and they already enjoy that type of soil. So that's how you program your seed for great production. And I guarantee you guys, you will see great production. Programming seed, guys. Welcome. So guys, that was a live session of programming seed. I hope that live session was able to give you guys an understanding, an idea, and an understanding of what is programming seed and the benefit of programming seed. All right? So I just hope that these information can help motivate you guys. I'm hoping that these information can make you guys be successful in your garden season. We're heading for 2025-26 garden season, guys, and I want you guys to follow these instructions and get the result that I'm getting. We grow 10 feet tall pepper trees. Our eggplant grow beautiful. All our peppers grow beautiful. So we just want you to follow us, support us, because this is a organic garden channel. We do not use chemical. We do not use anything from the store. We use what we have around, and we have a productive garden season every year. We teach you how to maintain your soil. We share a lot of information with you guys. So for the people who don't know us, you will have to subscribe, and that's how you're going to learn about this channel. All right? So I'm going to be doing some work in the garden, and going to be doing some transplanting, going to be moving, going to be working on my compost, because this is the season, this is the time when I come out in the garden and start preparing my soil. I really do not wait till the spring. So the garden season is over, and now I'm working on the soil. There's a lot of food that already planted back in the garden already, and we just continue working on the soil. Our fruit trees, we have a lot of fruit trees coming in, coming back, so we're just doing our thing, guys. All right? Yeah. Organic garden, guys. Natural organic garden. We don't do the fancy gardening. We prefer the natural gardening because our result is on another level. Look, we harvest so much peppers from these pepper tree that we still have peppers on the tree them. All these peppers just going back to the soil. We harvest so much pepper that we content. We give away so much that we content. And I'm telling you, it's from growing our garden natural. Our soil is on another level. If you notice, you're going to see how beautiful our soil looking. We put a lot of work into this, guys. We put a lot of work into this soil. And like I always tell the people, do not get distracted. A lot of people start out that they want to do a organic garden and end up get distracted and find themselves adding all different things in their soil. You cannot be distracted, and you got to be patient. And I'm going to show you guys a few things. Well, if you guys enjoying the video, please hit the like button. I will appreciate it. And you guys can support, you see, support $1 for a shout out. Yes. Hey Cynthia, how you doing? Blessings. If you want a shout out on this channel, support the channel and we will shout you out. All right? Thank you all. So now, if you guys, I'm going to do something now. And if you guys want to continue watching the live, please hit the like button and let me know so I can take you all to what I'm doing, or I'm going to see you guys the next time on another live. But I just want to thank you all for all the support. appreciate each and every one of you. And you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. So in a minute, I'm going on, I don't know, I might go live in a few minutes again. So stay tuned, guys. But don't forget, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get all the latest videos. Hit the notification bell so you can get all the latest videos. All right? Peace and love. Okay, all right. Okay. Let's see. You see all these area here, I'm getting ready to walk on all these area here. All up there already done walk on, the soil already prepared. We got to remove them peppers over there and you know, maintain the soil. But this is what we're doing. We also got to maintain our barrication from them there coming in here. All right. So you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace and love to all.